Understanding formations of ourself is understanding the increments and everything through connection, space connection and everything through time levels and everything through wire location positions. It sets all levels to our program settings. The efficacy and everything through the efficiency system is going through triangle divisional system through a body frame system. Now I'm connecting through a wire location, which is connected to your program settings. So basically, before I get started, I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers that have been watching my channels that keep you informed of what's going on. Just to note that everything that we do, it's all about bringing us together, but it's not enough. They're going to keep going and going and going. Whatever I do, they enforce. So humanity has to come back into higher vibrations through their increment levels. And the only way they do that is through the efficiency systems, which means that I've set up a new program system. I'll put it down below after this video. And I'll put everybody up into 12 cycle rotations into their system, okay? The cost is only $50. That program setting will put you into all levels, not 7, 12. This will take you out of 12 rotations and put you in a higher division of vibrational system, okay? Now, also too, is to understand you can go through my emails and you can go through my PayPal if you want to understand more what's going on. It doesn't matter what we do through communication, anything through levels of rankings or anything through facilitators or anything through that connection, we're giving back, we're getting back, we're getting back. But the problem is that everything that I do, they reform, readjust. Remember, you're talking about intelligence that's extremely high rise in space. They already know what they need to do. All right, so they're going to set up new vaccines. They're going to set up new levels, okay? Because all you guys are is copy and paste. That's all you are to them. So truly understanding the linking division, understanding how to override their system is to understand your efficiency systems. You're all connected to space and time through particle systems. And this is where it gets extremely complicated. Okay, so you truly have to understand these things. So I set up a program. It's $50. I'll put you into 12 levels right away. That will put you into the circle rotation of grounds, powers, and the atmospheres. So that will connect you through the grounds and everything through space for the very first time. So you'll be able to understand the higher self. You get in connections of your former self, and you get back into the sovereignty. Now, humanity is not just fighting on a line. Humanity is fighting for their soul. Okay, so trying to understand everything is coming back. All right, everything through the deep state, the deep mind, everything through its mind. And it's understanding everything that I do a video, it gets more powerful and powerful, right? So I just want everybody to get prepared, because what I'm going to tell you, remember, I'm intelligence at the highest form, right? So if I know that, I know what's going on, what they're doing. I have to know these things, right? And I do it through energy. So basically, they have a lot of things they have planned for humanity. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to go to my consultations and I'll put you in a better position. I don't want anybody to be freaked out or anything like that, but I'm the only one in the Entity Force system. They're all intelligent location positions. Okay, so where do I start? Let's start off with, they're coming up with new particle systems of vaccines and all that. All right, they're variants. Variant is a substance where it comes into the raining system to the analytical graphing system of you through connection, right? So it's a particle system. So it's called a rain graph. A rain graph is higher vibration to communication, and it sets coordinates to our efficiency systems, which means that they're going to do everything they can, right, to service the rotation of the Earth. So they're taking everybody through connections and platforming you guys into the emblems. You guys are nothing but copy and paste. And that's why the increments, understanding particle system. So remember, they shift humanity in position, because this is what's happening right now, because I'm taking everything down. Light workers and everything through its facilitators are helping. We're all helping each other. We're coming back, but it's not enough. What has to happen is there has to be a full rotation shift with humanity through the conscious levels. That's the only way we can destroy the intelligence, okay? So what do you guys think? The cavalry was just going to come and everything would be fine? No, it doesn't work that way. So that program, that position, you guys go into 12 cycle rotations into the Earth core position. That will put you in a higher division of traveling to space connections, and it puts you in a high level of healing, okay? So it's all about fighting for your souls, guys. All right. This is what we're coming into right now. And it's strong winning the forces, everything through the Senate, everything through the Capitol, right? Everything that Trump is doing. He's enforcing himself. He's taking down everything that he knows through documentation and documentation, all the way back to World War I, World War II. What is really going on, right? So you have to understand, why are everything shut down? Why is it all shut down? Why are my stores all shut down? Why is everything shut down, right? Well, so they can profit, okay? So it's all about, they have insurance, right? So it's all about money. That's all it is. It's all a political game, okay? That's all it is to them. They're making money and money and money and money, especially when it comes into the vaccines, right? So truly understanding the truth not only sets you free, but if humanity comes back faster, we can get out of this situation, right? Because I understand their program setting, I understand the computer sets. Okay, there's increments and everything through the connections of the hydrolysis. Everything they have connected right now is information, okay? So the next thing they want to do is they want to set up a new aerial space through connections, right? The Earth rotation. So they want to destroy all property systems, sell off all lands, buy all lands, right? That's what they want to do. And they want to set up new operation centers when it comes into UFOs, right? Because they have planets and positions, they set up new planets. Remember, it's like interference through dark interference. So it's the reptilian, everything against the lines of its rebellion. So they're setting up new planet location to position. I understand everything that's going on through the program setting. So remember, it's intelligence understanding intelligence signals, okay? It's not humanity. The only way you can communicate is through the psychological system of what they're thinking, what they're knowing, what they're doing, what they're saying, right? Through their languages, right? Because I've got upgrade line signals. I got alignment fragmentation through my spine rotation system. It was allocating to higher positions, upgrading systems. So basically, I got over 300,000 languages right now in vocation. So I'm connected. I was 150,000 languages. Now I'm up to 300,000. So remember how you go up through division of dimension and portal and activation of code? Well, now I'm going up to higher levels of volumes because I have to communicate with the instant intelligence, right? So it's understanding the structure levels of yourself. It's understanding the emblems. It's understanding the copy and paste of you. You are nothing but a program system to them. So truly understanding what's going on with the aerospace and how they're coming into the military base, how they're coming into concentration camps, how they're coming into levels of detentions. I mean, you guys really have to understand what's really going on here, right? So, I mean, everything is going well, right? But humanity is more confused than ever. Okay, and I say that in, coming from, your commander and coming from my heart, saying that this is not just enough. You have to understand they're never going to give up. They're never going to give up until humanity not just wakes up, but they have to get into their program setting. It has to reposition the levels, guys. Your efficiency system is now compromised through all location positions. And there's higher forms of intelligence that are on the planet location. They're setting up energy grids. They're sending energy bubbles. They're sending up energy hubs. They're sending up new space locations. They're sending up planet location positions. Okay. So it's coming into an aerial space. And that's what they want to do with the Earth. They want to make it a military base and have everything through formation, through the magnetic forcing information systems, reprogram your divisions, change your emblems, change your copy and paste level systems, put you in a linking divisional system to allocate positions of space and time. That's what they want to do with humanity. So they got to separate your particle system, right? Okay. And this all has to do with mind manipulation through the consciousness. Right. So I'm just telling you what's going on right now. Everything through telewaving, telecommunication. You have to understand what intelligence does through planet locations. It's in position. Everything I did through atmospheres is now destroyed, but now is everything in the Earth rotation. Okay. Buying up all farmlands, anything through horticultural. Okay. Taking stores, taking shops, taking malls, all that, right? They want to disintegrate it. They want to turn it into an aerospace. So knowing the future puts you in a better position how aware everybody has to be through formation, through the body systems, or anything through the encryptment levels, right? So remember, you're just basically a pawn to them, right? And they'll do everything they can to get everybody out of the way. All right. So, I mean, power to the people, right? But like I said, it's all about trying to understand ourselves more. And the only way we can do that is to fight for our soul, our sovereignty, our pride, right? So, I mean, they can never take our freedom. But knowing how powerful they are through intelligence, this is what they can do through anything, through resurfacing, anything through weather, anything through connection. I want to get my team into weather. So once they get into weather, then they can control their systems through space connections and disrupt their signals to their planet location positions. That's why I want to get you guys into 70 levels of chakra formations. So everything is surfacing faster and faster, but the more it happens, the more we get censored, right? Wow. Now, you have to understand why you get censored is because the truth is coming out, right? But they always find ways to use the conscious levels. Remember, it's not just through humans, it's everything through its connection. It's everything through its governments, corporations, its media, okay? So let's just say somebody dies through light formation system. Doesn't matter. They get somebody else, right? So you have to understand why there's so many country systems that are set up to all positional levels, because they all want to do the same thing. Every country wants to set up their own aerospace so they can program divisional level systems with humanity. Right now, they are forming an alliance. Okay? They are forming an alliance right now. Okay? I got the sonified divisions through communication signals, through telegraphings to Vega, and I just told everybody be prepared of what's going on right now through intelligence. So everything that I do, okay, is force rising, it's ground rising, but it's not enough. Humanity has to come back more into vibration so we can destroy the recognition systems of the Earth rotation and change the whole complete circle of the Earth through vibration. Okay? So nothing is ever easy. And it's like, okay, Commander, when is this nightmare going to end? When is it going to end? I say, well, it ends when humanity not just wakes up, but when humanity comes back into the programs. Remember, we're fighting for our sovereignty. We're fighting for our soul. Okay, this is where it's come down to. Okay, it doesn't matter how much we do. It's just you have to understand why these things are happening and why it's in position and why you guys are increments of particle systems to them. That's all you are. You're just a link and chain, and they just move you around right through the mind system. So, and it's all about enforcing. It's all about controlling. It's all about power. It's all about greed. Okay, so basically, if you open up something, they're going to find a way to shut it down again. Okay, and again, you have to remember that you're communicating with higher intelligence. Okay, so the thing is too, what happens when the atmosphere changes? What happens when planets change? What happens when there's destruction in space? Right. Well, now they're plotted to divisions, and now they're setting new operations on the Earth. So they're closing in. They're closing in. Okay, they're coming up with concentration camps. Remember, this all has to go back with World War I and II. Okay, where it comes into the Nazis. Okay, are we clicking in now with Hitler and what was going on? Right. So it's reprogrammed systems getting back in attraction location positions, and that's why they want to scratch everything through the Earth rotation, turn it into an aero base, so they can use magnetic forces, they can use energy systems, electrolytic systems, they can set up new structure location positions, they can use circle rotation centers, they can set up gravity systems, crop circles. They want to turn it into an aerospace, okay, to all country positions, because they're all doing it through the same thing. And the only way they can get that is through money. Okay, and then they control everything through the governments, corporations, and the media, and they place them wherever they want. Okay, so I think everybody's getting aware now, like seriously aware. Like I gave you something that's going on in the future. I think it's good to know these things. It's great to know that we're giving back. I'm watching a lot of stations, but all we're doing is we're not doing enough. We need to do more. And the only way to do that is to get into your program settings. So I'm setting a new program for everybody to understand how powerful it is and what they can do and what we can do. Now we can take all our sovereignties back. We can take all our emblems. We can take all our copy and paste. We can take all our linking divisions. We can take all our hydrolysis. We can take all our brainwaves. We can take our hearts back through connection. But the only way to do that, okay, is to wake up through its position, right? So think of it as that humanity, okay, so basically we have a line communication. It's off through cycle. What happens when you rotate it through its system, right? It's going through confusing line signals, right? It doesn't understand its information, all right? So humanity drops, okay? Extremely high location positions of intelligence. Now, they're controlling you, right? They're sprinkling atom particle systems into your brainwaves. Okay, that's what it is. It's called antimanium. Okay, so, and that's what the geo is, the serum. Okay, understanding electricity, energy, vibration, anything through that location, understanding where you are through position of the mind system. Okay, so like I said, your puppet's on a string and they got everything in position. So they want to change everything through an aerial division, through aerospace division, to a location position, to planet location positions. Okay, so it's like turning the earth into what they want. It's a military operation, and they're using humans, okay, right, for controlling, right? So you be under their control, right? So this is where it gets really interesting, because when we're in this level, okay, and this is higher formation of intelligence through vibration, it's going extremely high rise through circle rotation, humanity has to come up, right? So as it comes up more and more, what happens, right? It falls. High energy falls system, anything through energy system, anything through hydraulics, anything through formation, okay? Now, I understand how powerful consciousness is. It's everything through energy, because they're extremely high rise through thoughts. They have no recognition of hesitation. Okay, they know their plan. They know what they need to do through positions. I'm getting telewaving communications, everything through Vega, and they're telling me everything that's going on through formation, guys. Now, this is all set in position, but you have to understand that humanity has to go higher. Okay, so if humanity still stays here and they're not awake, what happens? Okay, the allocated positions and everything through the Earth rotation is going to change everything through vibration, coloration, and its environments, and it's going to change its mechanism system to its emblems. Okay, so the hydrolysis system of your particle system is going to change everything through space and time. So they're going to reset your location positions, change your program settings, white screen line systems to your perception of your division, right? And that's how they scan locations of humanity to its position. So they'll be controlling you through their connections, through their alliance. They're all sending out information systems right now through calculation. Remember, everything is done through computer screen. Getting into your holographic system, very important. So this platform, when I put you into 12 cycle rotations, it will put you into your plasmas. It will put you in a higher division, right? So it's all about becoming a blip. So intelligence can't read your signals. They can't read your vibration. They can't control your mind system, okay? All they can do, okay, is give back information, right? So if they take over your controlling system, they can take over your program settings. Okay, so, okay, they know who you are through human species, because remember, I created human species in all ways and forms, right? Now, they system, they created the mind wiping system. I destroyed that. So I've given you videos of what's going on through its past, present, and future. You have to know what's going on in the future, right? So you got to get your strengths up. So you got to open up your hearts more. Okay, you got to understand it's not just humanity, it's fighting for your individual system of you. So it's a life cycle system of surviving. So it's taking your sovereignty back, okay, and waking up. When you wake up, you see more. And see, when humanity comes up more, right, it levels out, okay, and this will fall, okay, because there's more humanity, okay, through that formation. So, and the thing is, too, is that we come in groups, right? So truly understanding the mind system through collaboration is everything through its consciousness. So the more positive segments that we set through line communication, through its correlation center, will change the location positions to its intelligence. Okay? Because they've been controlling you through everything, electronics, magnetics, your phones, anything through that calculation. Okay? Edward Snowden, he tells you that, you know? He tells you exactly there's 6-point unit systems through a hydraulic system, through a magnetic force and information system. It's a hydraulic through a sound barrier system, okay? So basically they record your voice. They know where you are through GPS. Why do you think a phone has a GPS? It's a location, right? So they know where you are through position, right? They start with your phones. So we have high-tech divisions of phones now, right? So they want to high-tech you through vibration and put you into their alliance of communication, right? Into their new world order of the simulation, right? Because I destroyed their old simulation and they know that, right? So remember, everything through friendship, relation, and partnerships knows everything, but I'm just giving you information on what they're doing in the future. I think it's important that humanity wakes up more and more, okay? So it's all about understanding you're in the space atmospheres in the 5 gamma system through vibration, but it's all connected through the energy system. So the dark rotation systems has moved the Earth, okay, to a position so humanity doesn't understand the vibration, okay? So truly understand that, and it's all set up throughout country systems, how they change their cell towers. They put in the 5 gamma systems, anything electronic, your phones, your 5 gammas. So if your phone is a 5 gamma system like this, and your 3-dimensional system of vibration, it's going to override your brainwaves, and you're going to get sick. It's all magnetic, guys. That's all this phone is. But as soon as you touch it, it's psychometry. You don't know that, but they know that. They know what they're doing with humanity. And they know exactly how to deploy. They know how to exactly get rid of humans, okay, through this vaccine, okay? So try to understand your positions and where you are, because they know you don't know your dimensions. They know you don't know your portals, your codes, okay? Everything is a code, right? Through its IPA, intelligence, perception, awareness, everything, connection system, right? Your defaults, your applications, your astro records. So right now, they're in position where, like I said, they want to take over the moon and reset program systems to everybody through humanity's system. And that's how they control humanity, through its conscious levels of its brainwaves. So you have to understand, what is a brainwave, Commander? And I say, well, a brainwave is just like this, okay? And so you have to understand yourself through vibration. This is a kinetic vibration through magnetic, right? So it sonifies, you have to understand what it's doing. So every time you touch your phone, this is a 5 gamma system, this is a 6 gamma system. You have to understand what China's doing, okay, with their own population. You have to understand what Germany, UK, London, Canada, US, anything through correlation. You have to understand what they're doing. They know what they're doing through electronics. They're trying to set up a new alliance so they can set up new program settings to humanity, so they can put in their cybergenetics and turn them into robots. They want to high-win your forces, and that's what Elon Musk is doing through the Neuralink, right? Now, he's discovered that through connection, but it has no soul identification. It's going to fry your system. You don't put any electrical unit system, because they don't understand the DNA patterns. Everybody's on a hydrolysis. Everybody's on a communication signal. Everybody's on a program division. Everybody's on line communication to teleportation, right? So as soon as you put that microchip in there, okay, it may work, you know, when it comes into, I've seen program settings and all that, but there's a lot of diffusing line signals. It doesn't have soul identification, right? So, and that's what Elon Musk is doing. You have to understand what all governments and corporations are meeting and are doing, not just with the environments, not just with the earth, but everything that's going on with humanity, okay? Because they know you're dumbfounded, and they can take over, they can take advantage of that. And they've been doing it for so long, right? And it's always been under your nose. Okay, so you look at your phone. Edward Snowden is saying that there's like 6 division level systems. Allocate the microchip division, audio signal. So basically they can hear your voice. They control everything through connections. And that's how they know everything through adaptations, guys, because they're always 2 or 3 steps ahead of you when it comes into program setting through the mind system. It's on a cryptical level system. It's like crypto divisions when it comes to financial resets. I have Neptune through connections, and I get Starseed and Michael controlling it through a system. So there's a lot of things you have to understand program setting through connection. It's all connected through psychometry, through line division, right? It connects and rewires your frame location positions. So the brainwaves of this magnetic force is going into your chronological of your frames. and it's repositioning and it's changing everything. So just imagine that everything is energy that you touch. So intelligence sets up new phones, right? They put the energy interference into the phones, right? Now, whoever buys the phone is now programmed through their system. And that's how scary it is, guys. That's how scary it is, knowing you have a phone and you're being controlled by its programmed system. Every time you pick it up, because you don't understand the energy, the frequency, and the vibration. It has tweaking motions. It has a conceptual system of wire division location positions. Has point centers of dimensions of portals. It can open your dream set location positions. It can reframe everything through your audio signal connection systems. There's a lot of things that this phone can do, and you don't even know it. You're being programmed by your phones. Okay? You're being programmed by your digital pads. You're being programmed by your TV receptions. Okay? All connected through consciousness. So think of consciousness as a self-relating computer, how it can take over anything through an emblem, through copy and paste. So basically, they copy and paste you and put you wherever they want through the conscious levels. I say, whoa, this is powerful stuff. It's powerful, but it's also scary. Okay, so hopefully I have your attention now of what intelligence can do. I gave you so many applications of how many levels intelligence has through line signal, teleportation, energy transference, or anything through that connection system. But as soon as you pick up your phone, you're being controlled through its mechanisms, through its governance, corporations. Okay, why do you think they come up with so much high-tech devices? And we don't understand that. Oh, I'm in a three-dimensional system. I don't understand. Well, you have to understand why China is at a higher level of intelligence, right? Because it's extremely hard to understand a phone. It's a computer. This is a program. This is a computer. You can have anything. This is a Wi-Fi. This is a satellite. They have you in position through GPS location system. Okay? So it's scary, isn't it? It's really scary. So now you know, right? Truth will set you free. I just, I'll say hi to everybody. See how everybody's doing. We're in position right now. We have a test coming up. Hopefully you guys have your illustrations set up for your shapes, your anomalies, and everything through your colorations of weather. Okay? Get into information of your line signals, get into information of communication signals, get information of your heart recognition of your portal activation systems, get into communications of your chakra location line signals, and get into information when it comes into your ground, your powers, and atmospheres. Okay? I want to get my team into 70 rotation centers. So the higher you guys go, the more you can heal, the more you can understand actually what my phone is, what my digital phone is, right? What my iPad is, what my computer is, right? So anything can be transferred. Energy has its own program, and that's what's really scary. Okay, you have to understand the communications of space. You have to understand the communications of time of space. So if you're in a position, and let's just say this is 5 gamma system. Whoa, this is brand new. Like basically, I got Galaxy 12. Wow, this is awesome. This is great. I love it. It's going to have high-tech divisions of microchips into this phone. So it's all about learning, right? It's like your iPhones. It's a computer operation system. I prefer Androids to that position, right? Because it connects through my wire division. So you have to understand that they know you don't have balance with your energy. They know you don't have balance with your body. They know you don't have balance with your mind or anything through its increments. They know that. So that's what they're doing. Okay? People are dying because of their phones. People are dying from watching program settings because they're high rise in the vibration, guys. Remember, they're controlling the satellite locations to your positions, the GPS location positions. Okay? Wake up. Wake up. Please wake up. So the only way you can do that is to understand your energy, frequency, vibration is to go through my program. I'll put you in the 12 cycle rotation systems, and then you understand more of what's going on through calculation. It integrates on all levels through modification. Okay? And then you understand your increments, and then you understand your wires, and then you understand your hydraulics, and then you understand your heart. It's about opening up your heart. It's all about understanding the mind, where it's thought, where it is through its consciousness, and then you understand your phone, right? Because you don't have balance with your phone, that's where it takes over your program setting. You don't even know it. As soon as you touch it, it's psychometry. Everything is energy, frequency, vibration. And when it goes through harmonic resistance, now it's controlling through its automatic system. Okay? So it panels on so many levels of interference. Everything's interference. So everything that you touch is energy. It goes into your body system. It goes into the brainwaves and understand its program setting. If it doesn't understand its program setting, it's going to take over you through vibration. And it's going to start controlling you through its conscious levels. So that's what intelligence has done with your phones, your digital pads, and your computers. Why do you think they're doing high-tech divisions of computers, upgrading cycles? Okay, everything is an increment. Everything is a particle. Everything is wire. Everything is connection. Everything is energy through transference, through connections, right? They know exactly what dimension of portal this is. They have it set up, okay? So it's all about high-rising your vibration of balance so you can communicate with your phone through vibration, right? So you pick it up, you know exactly, okay, it's in the 6-dimensional system. We're changing program settings. It's allocated through its location. I'm changing the wire location positions. The microchip division system is a little bit off through calculation, and I'm tweaking the vibration system to the satellite location position. So now it's in balance through position to my portal activation through teleportation, right? So you have to truly understand yourselves, guys, through energy, frequencies, and vibration, because that's the world we're coming into, the technology, okay, of the simulation. Right? And they've been doing this for eons and eons. As long as you know why they keep upgrading computers, as long as you know why they keep upgrading phones. Remember we started off with the flip phones? Now we don't have those anymore, right? It's all about advancing technology, right? Okay. So everything through distraction is its vaccines. Okay. And the thing is too, what's really powerful for them when it comes to the governments is they're not liable. If you take the vaccine, they're not liable. They are protected through patents. Okay. So understanding what's going on through intelligence is truly understand everything that's going on through energy. This is way, way beyond meditation. This is all about human survival. This is about understanding where you are through dimension, where you're connected through portal, and how to communicate with your intelligence through energy, anything through teleportation. Transformation light communication signals are coming in. Electronic division level system of map location is coming in. Everything through the increment levels of vibration through the emblems are coming in. The electrical wire division location through my eye receptacle levels are coming in. Everything is communication. So you have to understand and get balance with your phone in position of your iPads or anything through your computers, because that's why everybody's dying, right? It's all connected through its program. This is a program. Your computer's a program, right? They're smart. They know what they're doing through the intellect, but everything is done through consciousness. If I put my hand up through formation, right? See what I'm doing? This is energy, okay? I understand my 5-point positions. I understand my brain waves. I understand my hydrolysis. I understand your scanning locations. I understand your positions. I understand your GPS location position. I understand your electronic interference, and I understand your chakra locations of a communication, right? So I'm sending waves right now to everybody, right? That's what I'm doing right now. I know what I'm doing. If you know what you're doing, that's the control, that's the force, that's the awareness. It's everything through formation, through its hydrolysis, right? So your brain waves are going, right? That's what energy is. Imagine the program setting of a computer through a phone. You guys have to understand inflammation. Everything has to change through calculation. Okay? We don't have 3-divisional level phones anymore. So it's more than you think. Okay? But understanding what I've done through atmospheres, repositioned their satellites, disrupted their signals through panel locations. I destroyed a lot of their connections through telewavings. A telewaving pad is a connection through line signal through planet to a dark round location positions. And that's why I wanted to get my team into that position so that it can see communications, not just with their light self, but their dark self through rotation. So it's not just a spiritual warfare, okay? This is all about sovereignty, getting your power back. And the only way to do that is to understand how to communicate with your program setting through electronic interference. That's all this is. And when you get people that are seniors, like 15, 16, 17 years old, they die, and automatically the government puts it down as a code frequency, right? COVID-19. But what people are dying from is electronic interference. That's all they're dying from. That's all it is. Some people have heart attacks because of that, because they don't understand the vibration. But intelligence does. They're in that position. And they're going to do everything they can to set up everything through spot centers, correlation systems, concentration camps, detention centers. They're closing in, guys. They're closing in, and it's all on a time code. Humanity has to give up to positions now and understand we have to go up to higher levels so we can defeat the purpose, so we can high rise the vibration and bring humanity back into its nature core system, okay, into the rebellion. All right. So let's go through your questions. Sorry, there's a lot going on personally right now, and I'm getting so many connection wire signals through teleportation to divisions of planet location positions. And it's scary because my program setting tells me exactly what I need to do, and it puts me in a position where humanity just doesn't have to wake up. They have to see what's going on through their interference of their body system, because you're all connected through energy, frequencies, and vibration. As soon as you walk outside, you're connecting to the grounds. That ground is all connected through circuit rotation, through vibration. Has coloration, has dimension, has portal, and it has its code. You get in your car, that's an energy system. Okay, so it's all about getting your balance through formation. And that's what I'm trying to get my team into, so they go into allocated positions of acceleration through speed, or anything through marking location positions through electronic interference. Everything is connected through us, okay, when it comes into inflammation. Everything that connections system, right? So knowing that anything can be override, anything through a system can have a virus, anything through its crypton level, or anything that divisional system, it can be taken over through its charger making its systems. Okay, so they're controlling you through their connections, through program settings, all connected through your phones and your iPads and your computers. All right, it's not just the ascension of waking up, guys. It's knowing that everything around you is being controlled. So think of that, you have a bug, a bugging system, an automated system where they can understand your voice and grids, right? So basically, that's how they get their information, and they're extremely smart because they do it through energy, through its consciousness. Energy travels, voice and grid travels. You have a commanding force, okay? So basically, I want to put increment levels of electrical systems in the body frame systems of human systems and put them up to 7 locations of dimensions. What did I just say? Now, that goes out in the atmosphere. That's energy. Doom, 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 doom. That travels to one person, another person, another person, another person, another person, another person. It's all connected. It's all connected. It's coming from space, guys. So you have to understand that raining positions of levels through particle system can go into any body system. It's energy that goes into us every single day. Every day. Every day you're being programmed. So they reprogram you on so many position levels. They know you don't know your chakra system. They know you don't know your line communication, and they know you don't know your travel system through your spacecraft positions, right? Think your pyramids, but they know their positions, and they know how to control everything through the atmosphere locations. Okay. So whatever I destroy, they reposition it and build up, right? But if humanity comes back more and more through program setting, and they understand their electronic interference, they understand their line communications of intelligence inside them first. So it's a fighting war within. And that's why intelligence is winning, because everybody's fighting without. That's how you control the system, the mind system. 2, it's human species locations, right? So anyway, I just wanted to give you that information. It's not information, it's life system. We're all fighting for our sovereignty. We're all fighting for our soul. That's where we're at right now. And higher formations of intelligence are resetting your computer operation systems. I have to tell you these things because you have to understand what's going on. 3-dimensional systems understand that. Ooh, energy's winning. Ooh, I feel great. And all of a sudden you're being programmed. You don't even know it. That's the hardest thing to do. Because when I was going through positions and I was young, I was saying, wait a minute, there's energy that's going into me. What does that mean? So you have to really, really listen. It's very faint. So the energy goes in, it's rotating, right? It could be in your mind, it can be in your heart. Remember, everything through intelligence can do anything through your GPS location because they know where you are through position all the time, every single day, 24/7. Okay, especially when you're sleeping at night. Okay, because it's open frequency, and your body conceptual system is lying flat. Right, so when it's in position, that's where they come in. They teleport you and put you in position. All right. Now this has nothing to do with abduction. Okay, that's a totally different operation system. There's no such thing as that. But what they can do is they can basically take over your mind system through calculation because they know you don't understand your energy systems, your frequencies, or anything through calculation. Okay, everything is modified, right? So it's all about readjusting your program settings and putting a position on what they need to do, right? So they can start controlling you again, right? So if they can't control you, what happens? Right? You go higher and they disappear. This is extremely high-rise intelligence, and it's extremely real. I'm giving you back through life cycle, life system. Humanity has to get into higher connections of themselves through vibration. Okay? So they're going to stop at nothing to get this done. All right? I said there, what? How many states do we have? How many positions of planetary systems do we have in the Earth rotation when it comes into that level? Right? We got it between 194, 195 countries. That's a lot of countries to heal. That's not even including the population that's on those systems, right? But higher formation intelligence knows exactly what they want to do with the Earth, right? And because you don't understand space, and because you don't understand times of space, that's the problem. So anything that you do, touch, pick up, see, observe, watch, listen to, right? It's all being programmed. Okay. When somebody comes up to you and they look at you and they say, well, why are you staring at me? You think it's kind of weird. When people look and stare are two different things. So if somebody's staring at you, right, they're reading your system. It's kind of weird when people do, hey, why are you staring? I don't know you. And you just keep walking away, right? But if they bump into you, right, they're transferring energy into you. Right? So they're setting a program. If they understand their energetic patterns, if they understand their mind conceptual system of their conscious levels, they have a program set up that's going to go into your system. That's going to override your system and turn you into a virus location to your computer operation system. And it's going to be in a full corruption through destruction. Okay. And that's why people die, because they don't understand their positions of space and time, especially with their body energy systems, guys. Because we're all connected through energy, right? Everything is energy. Everything is vibration. Everything is frequencies. Everything is harmonic resistance. Okay? So the more you understand the resistance of yourself, the more you can understand the phenomenal of yourself. Oh, I'm phenomenal. I'm from this location. I'm in this position. So if they try to take over your program setting and you're communicating with this, okay, now they understand you, you understand them, they will go away. Okay. I have dark N84 systems coming to me every single day, but they know they can't do anything because I'm extremely, extremely, extremely high rise in vibration, right? They know what I'm doing. So they try to get to you or they try to get to somebody else, right? So they're like little scavengers. They're very mischievous, you know, they're like kids in the sky, but they're extremely smart through intelligence. Okay, because their rebirthing system is through their energy pod locations. Soon as they were born in space location, they go right to the mind telepathy system of consciousness of its thought recognition systems. They have their program set up right away. Imagine when they become adults. So everything through its dream set location becomes more real. And that's why people through humanity doesn't understand their deciphering divisions when it comes into their positions of their locations to its traveling mechanism system of communication. And that's why you're not supposed to know these things, right? Guys, you guys have been in an energetic bubble, okay, for so long, you know? But when you wake up, it just puts you in a higher location to yourself. And then you understand more of yourself with the phones, how to get balanced with your phone, right? But you got to get balanced with yourself through intelligence. Really know how to understand how to communicate with anything through the grounds, the atmospheres, or anything through space and time. Okay, so, all right, Tina, Starseed, Soa, want to know more? Know me? Okay, we got questions here. By chance, do you know the Indiana is looking like in regards to the destiny here? Well, everybody is programmed through a system, through country systems, Brandon. Okay, so every country has a platted division of aerospace. So they want to wipe out all properties. Okay, they want to buy up all the farmlands. Okay, so they want to set locations of spaceship locations so they can set up crop circles, right, to all country systems, and high-rise and dark energy light system, and put everybody in the dark ages through its alliance. That's what they want to do, right? So when they're controlling system of the moon and the program settings, they are controlling you every single day, right? Because that's what the moon is. It's a technological through simulation. It's a holographic system. That's all it is. Everything in space is digital. Okay? So you understand that more when you're in your physical system because you live that every day. But remember, it's intelligence living through its human, not its human living through its intelligence. That's where everybody has to get out of its position because you have to understand your reprogrammed system is the efficacy through its efficiency. So understanding your wire signals, understanding your chakra locations, understanding location divisions. I'm talking through electrical systems right now because I'm going through the program systems of them through their computers. So I put my energy system through allocated positions through allocations. It's understanding how you can go into a wire and actually go through the program settings and what they're doing. So it's a film graph. It's a program graph. Okay, they're going to do this. They're going to do this. They're going to do this. Everything is on the time code for them through intelligence, what they're going to do with the properties, what they're going to do with the farmlands, what they're going to do with humanity, what they're going to do with the vaccines. Everybody is on a code, right? So I was going through their film projections, through their computer. Remember, I can go into any computer and know exactly how to do these things. That's what energy, frequency, and vibration does. It can change anything through its program setting. But you have to understand your intelligence is within, okay? Not without. And that's why everybody's fighting, right? And the thing is, too, they're not listening. You have to listen to yourself more. Pay attention to yourself within, right? You know how, when it comes to guys, they have problem listening to women. That's the most important thing is if you listen to women, now you're getting into the nitty and gritty of communication. And now you're getting into better formation of a relationship, right? We all have to work at these things, but I'm talking about the computing system of you through calculation. You have to understand the inner cycle of its laser recognition systems of program through scanning of yourself. So get into positions when you go through my healing, go into the scanning system of you. You see the bone. So everything is bone. Everything is scanned. You go to the airport and you can see the holographic, right? They scan you, right? That's what they do, right? But they see the bone and all that. They see whatever you have. And everything that shows up, it's a heat signature. Your heat signature pattern through location, right? So I'm saying you have to understand the information of space and time through its division through universal systems. You have to understand the hydrolysis. You have to understand the kinetics. You have to understand the magnetics. You have to understand the magnetic information system. You have to understand the highway. You have to understand your chakras. You have to understand line communication. You have to understand the planets through line division. Okay, so it's getting into positions of yourself through vibration and how to balance everything in position, which is center. Okay. All right, so let's get into the questions now. This means it's time for the team to step up and raise. Yeah, that's why I put everybody into higher position starseed. It's important to get you guys into the four weathers. Once you get into the four weathers, then you can diffuse mechanism systems of dark and 84 systems of alliance. So you can see their alliance, you can see their projections, and you can go through the wire signals and destroy their crop circles through connection. Light is always going to fight with dark. We already know that. But you have to understand that intelligence, okay, is in position right now, forming alliance. They want to separate the men, women, and children. Do you understand this? You have to understand this. This goes back to the wars, okay? And because they lost the war, this is where it gets really interesting. Because they lost the war, they're coming into position now where they want to try again, right? Okay. So if you understand history, you understand ancestry, you through intelligence. Because the more you go back, the more you see, oh, I'm awake. You know, and then you start connecting with yourself, you're connecting with your body, you're connecting with the earth. If you don't connect with the earth, there's a problem. If you don't connect with the grounds, there's a problem. If you're not connecting with the atmospheres, there's a problem. If you're not connecting through space, there's a problem. And that's the problem with humanity, is they're not connected with anything. They're only connected with themselves. All they do is worry about themselves. Okay, that's all they concentrate on themselves. That's egotistical. That's being stubborn. You can't do that. It diffuses mechanism system anything through calculation, through energy, frequency, and vibrations, through its consciousness, guys. Okay? You have to take this serious. You really do. Okay? And I'm the only one that can give you this. Right? So it's knowing how your commander can go into any computer system through their intelligence and tell you the information and what they plan on doing with humanity and its systems. All right? So would you please send me a crystal video? Look like I couldn't find it on the lenses. Okay, you guys are communicating. That's good. Yeah, Starseed, that's good to go live tonight. Good. I mean, you guys are doing wonderful. You guys are sending back communication to each other. Let's do this and do that, but it's not enough. Humanity has to wake up to the vibration of themselves, and that's how we destroy everything. And that's how everything balances. You have to rebalance the earth. Okay, because the earth is like this now, right? So you understand the communication of the earth and what it's doing through vibration, because it has feelings. It's digital, but it has feelings. It has a soul recognition. It's a feeding source. Guys, it's a feeding source, right? So if you throw trash on the ground, what does that say about the earth? If you put negative systems in the atmosphere, what does that say about your mind? So truly understanding yourself within is truly understanding everything through vocation, right? Because it allocates to all levels of your intelligence signals to positions, right? So we have to get into more tractions when it comes into anomalies of ourselves within, right? Really, really pay attention. Listen to ourselves within, okay? So when you're in that position, you can high-rise anything location. You got a wire division location that's separating through its position of a thumb rotation center. Energy goes in, fix the rotation, right? I created humans. I know I created humans. I'm so confident. I'm so command. So it's understanding that their intelligence knows who they are and what they can do. It's who you are, what you can do, what you can control, what you can destroy, what you can put back together, and what you can formate, right? These are all the things you have to understand when you come into intelligence, okay? And this goes way, way back to its rebellion and its alliance of its reptilian and everything through its Babylon. We've been fighting wars of space and time like you wouldn't believe, blowing up planets. Now, they've been trying to colonize other planets in that position, but it wasn't in their time code frequency. They're in that position right now through the Earth. And this has to go back to the World War I and World War II. Okay? So you understand everything that's going on through calculation. So they're repositioning the Earth back into the divisions of its wars. So it's an extremely powerful message. You know, everything is high ranking. You know, there's extremely high ranking intelligence up there, and they know what they're doing. Okay? So once you high rise and you get out into those positions, then you know what you're doing. Okay? And this goes way beyond anything through systems when it comes into your calculations or integrations or modifications or anything, that division, when you take everything out of this equation. You always will hear me say that, but I'm an electrical system of their computer operation systems and what they plan on doing. Okay? So it's all about power. It's all about control. I'll keep saying that. Power and control, power and control. That's all it is. Okay? They have the power, they have the control, and it's about getting the money. Okay? Because it's all political gain, and everything around us is distraction. All right? And that's where they come up with these variants and stuff like that. You know, Oh, you know, we got the G7 117 right now, coronavirus. They can make it up, whatever they want, right? Okay, and humans fall for it, right? Because they don't understand what's going on. When you wake up, you see everything, and then you understand what's going on, and then realize you're being programmed, and then you understand why you're being programmed. But the more you understand your high efficiency of yourself, your program setting will do itself. Okay, and then you get better communications of your higher self, your avatars, or anything through computer energies, or anything through formation through its atom. Okay, once you get into your atoms, then you get into 650 applications of your DNA, and it takes like 2 to 3 years to really read your DNA prints. That's a lot, man. That's a lot of data, right? Because everybody's processed, everybody's programmed, uplinks, downloads, okay, and upgrading systems. Okay, that's what our life is. It's kind of like if you wake up every morning, you're doing a different rhythm. Oh, I did this yesterday. Well, I'll do this today. So basically, your brain is saying one thing and your mind is saying another. Okay, so you got to get the brain and the mind in center. I'll say that again. You have to get the brain and the mind in center. That repositions and takes everything out of its negative system, its program setting. Okay, and puts you back in the line division of space and time through communication. And that's what I'll do through healing, is I'll rise you guys into the 12 cycle rotations, okay, in your position. So you'll be in 12 position levels of chakras I'll open up, right? Holding this special, especially now, because I get confirmation signals and say, listen, humanity is not waking up enough. They're sending out information. We're getting it from TV receptions. We're getting it from software mechanism systems, platform divisions, or anything through media connection systems. I mean, the media is loving it, right? The media is so confused, right? So you have to understand what manipulation is through the mind. You have to understand corruption through its connection. Okay? You have to understand what compromise is. Okay? When you compromise, you go rogue. Right? And then you're off on your own by yourself. You go AWOL. Right? So you're lost. And then you basically have intelligence coming at you. Right? They take your soul identification, they put you in their location position, they trap everything through connection. That's what your soul is. This is not just a spiritual warfare of humans. This is a sovereignty of getting back everything through its efficacy, to its efficiency. That's where we're at right now, at that level. Okay. So the more I give you through its awareness, the more you wake up, right? Through its positions, especially with my team, right? And the higher information intelligence knows exactly what's going on with the Galactic Federation and me through my commanding force. They know I have a team, right? So basically, it's all modifications. It's all triangle division level system. Everything's set up in triangles. And now you're seeing everything through governments and how they were creating spaceships, right? But if they control the Earth system and they turn it into an aerial space, okay, that's where they're going to connect everything. So they'll be able to take over the moon. They'll be able to take over the sun through coloration, through geometry set locations. They can put the sun in a different division to a different location. They can change cloud interference. They can make it rain. They can make it shine. These are the things that intelligence do, because you understand everything through creation is AI. Planets just don't appear without creation, guys, without source. So you have to understand the dynamics, how everything's created of source. And it's all through intelligence, through the mind system. Okay? Especially when you're asleep. When you're asleep, you're open up. You open up. That's what happens when you guys sleep. You don't know that, but I know that. So when the signal changes, right, and you have a high energy force system of an XE1000 coming in to program your setting, right, and everything's going, right, the XE1000s, all right, will put you in positions through your positive centers, whatever you're seeing through projection, your dream set location positions, it's going to set programs, all right, to your brainwaves. Okay, it's going to go through the hydrolysis. Okay, so now it's going through its calculation, right? And you're still going. So if you hear anything like, that's security breach. So that means the higher formation intelligence understands your energy system, understands the allocation system, understands your line communication, your program setting, and you're trying to reach locations of your vibration. So what's going to happen is higher force entity systems try to take over your identifications through line communication identification, right? So this is what happens when you guys sleep, right? You hear sounds, right? You hear sonified divisions, you hear, right? Everything is repeating motion of space. Now I put up videos for everybody to understand what you hear in the background. It's like, these are signals they're setting up to satellite locations of positions of planets. Remember, everything I do through scanning is a position. Okay, so I understand the frequency level through its intelligence, and it's sending out anything through sound barriers or anything through calculation, right? So understanding the integration systems of your voice and everything, because the ear has a voice, your eyes have a voice, your voice of a voice has a voice. So the mind system is collaborating everything through its connection of its intelligent location, right? So truly understanding space and communication. When numbers come into your dream set locations, oh, I see 4444. What does that mean? That's a portal. But what does it mean? Why am I seeing numbers? Okay, why am I hearing things like, So the more you connect through intelligence within, you're space connecting. Okay, through teleportation, through vortex. Okay, so it's understanding. That's what's doing when you're sleeping and your eyes are going back and forth. The higher you go through division, the more you go through scanning locations. So if you look at somebody, you know exactly where they are through location and position, through its scanning positions, right? So when you see their eyes going, they're scanning, right? You understand why they're going this way, right? So it's truly understanding your intelligence to everything through information, through energies, right? Understanding what everything is communication, and they want you to understand what's going on because they're to help you the higher ranks, right? So when you wake up through position, you go through an MO, okay, which is military operation. You become a private through that connections, right? I keep saying this because you have to understand everything in space has its command. Everything in space has its fleet, okay? So it's all about getting into the rebellion and coming out of its alliance of its reptilian, because there's so many formations of reptilians, okay? There's reptoids are in divisions on light and dark interference. The grays and the trogs are the only one that are dark, okay? And then you got the sapiens. Sapiens set up crop circle location positions. They're extremely high-rise location. Basically, you got the thespians, you got the humanoids, you got triangle divisions of humanoids. You got activation light signals of Xampharon. This is all electronic interference. I'm getting information, all calculations, how I traveled into 100 million years into the future. So understanding everything through energy. You say, walk in the surface location. Let's say you're going into 100 million years into the future, right? You've never seen it before. So basically, before you walk on the ground, you have to understand it's all electricity. This is 100 million years into the future. So you understand the position of its planet. You have to understand the door recognition system. You have to understand the hydraulic system. You have to understand the animation of a sky system. You have to understand the digital framing system. You have to understand the XT1000 positions. You have to understand the proactive systems. You have to understand the restricted zone systems. There's a lot of things you have to understand when you're in the future. Okay? Because I've traveled over to 500 trillion? Like, I'm so high rise, it's unbelievable what I see. And when I come back to the fifth dimension, you have to understand positions, right? And they say, whoa, Commander, your energy changed. Well, I just traveled to 500 trillion years into the future. Now you're probably saying, oh, well, that's not possible. But it is if you understand the mind. And it is if you understand the heart. And it is if you understand the soul. Because the mind and everything through its connection of its brain has its center. So every time you travel, you're in the presence of its center. So you can travel to any distance, but you have to understand the code frequencies and how to get back, because everything through space and time is a code. Okay, you can go into past alignment, you can go into the presence, or you can go into the future. But understanding your point divisions through geometry, system, location, positions. Okay, You have to understand how to communicate, okay, to all levels when it comes into your past, present, and futures, right? So if you're in that position, right, you can circle around the moon. You can go around the sun interface. You can go into the portal dimensions of the sun. You can go into cloud interferences, and you can portal through the dimensions of sentient locations. What is a sentient? Well, it's understanding you come a sentient until you understand your computer operation system, because they travel through all positions and they set all locations of planet positions. So this is understanding where I'm coming from, right? You know, because it's everything through formation, through its intelligence signals, right? Because every planet is intelligence through its protection of its lights. So it's all about intelligence protecting themselves through the sovereignty and everything they have through the pride. All right, so it sets its position. Now, when you're in those positions, I'll draw something else for you through calculation. All right, so white graphing board through position. Now, you can't see anything through formation, but it's already set up in my mind. You can't see it because it's not in your perception, but the diagram is there, the illustration is there, but you can't see it. So it's understanding you're already programmed in the system of 100 million years into the future. Okay, so in that position, you come into this high-level connection systems. Okay, and this is what you see through starlight recognition light systems, through connections. So you get a location position. Okay, electrified division level system. Okay, then you get panel activations of wall interference through connections. Everything's electronic interference. So basically, it's understanding the grounds of yourself first, because that's the Earth, right? But you're not in the Earth. You're 100 million years into the future. Your gravity system has to understand its body conceptual system of its heat signature pattern, because everything is on a reading level through temperature, okay, through barometers or anything through its binary codes. So you understand the binary codes of its wall interference.
I found this on the web for barometers.
Yeah, sorry, going here through connection. But when you get into those positions, high levels, level systems, now you're going through your connection. So remember how you go into the fifth dimension and try to understand your operations of your phones? Well, it's the same thing when you're traveling through the planet. So when you ground formate on a planet, you have to understand the positions of XT1000 positions. You have to understand the structural locations of divisions. Okay. And you have to understand everything through the sun location. Okay. Okay. So it's truly understanding your communication through intelligence, through its position. So it goes into electrical wired location positions, understanding your provisions, electrical wire locations, anything through electronic energy location positions. All right. So it's truly strength structures of buildings to that position. So when you're in that position, this is what you see through calculation. Okay, 100 million years into the future. Okay, understanding the grounds, understanding the wall interference, everything's magnetic. So you scan things, right? And that's what I want to get everybody into. You have to scan things before you touch, because it's all programmed, it's all setting, it's all digital, it's a game, it's an electronic game. You're in a computer. You are a computer. Remember, everything through the wall graphing system in the back is moving. You are only in standing position. It's the background that's moving, not you. Okay. So when you're in those positions, then you're sending mind frequency levels of its thought recognition system. That changes everything to location position. Okay. So you're trying to scan everything in position, right, to its definition. All right. So I just want to give that out. But, you know, when you travel, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun because now you're not just controlling your center, but you're controlling everything through its center, which is its alignments of past, present, and future. All right. So, morning, Mike. That's happening. Someone I know 3D getting very sick. There you go. Getting sick. Why? Why am I getting sick? Why am I getting sick? Right? Because I don't understand my body. I don't understand my interstine. Okay, remember, there's communication levels of space that doesn't understand anything through that formation, but intelligence does through that connection. So interstine location is connected to its spine. Okay, it's connected to the cortex. It's connected to the cranial. Okay, there's a cranial in the back. Okay, That's where it is connected to its line of its spine, right? It's the cranial, right? That's the reception location. That's the computer operation system right here in the back. The frontal lobe system, okay, is its connection to its reception. Okay, so now you're understanding what your operation system. Now you're communicating through 100 million years in the future. You have to understand that you can, right? And then there's a lot of things that you see, and then it's so you're communicating at higher levels, 100 million years in the future, all allocated through your computer operation system, through your perception, right? So when you put it out, your transformation light, your third eye, is a TV reception of everything you see through the digital of his atmosphere system. Everything through the cranial is the computer operation system. Everything through the front is your transformations. Everything through the top is your crown of information. Everything through the heart is portal through its alpha and omega. Okay, it's theta, it's beta. Okay, you have to understand your program setting. This is all ranking divisions when you come into your MOs, military operations. Okay, so when you get into higher formations and you travel faster and faster through space, then you start seeing robots. So you have to understand the electrical system of a robot, right? Because everything that I see is so identified, right? So basically, you have to have your identifications or anything to that before you pass, right? Enter identification, please. Not reading. Hold on. So it's really interesting because I don't tell you these things because it's hard to, because you don't understand. But when you're in the position of I am, you get a better understanding what communication is. When you travel into space, you always have to identify yourself. It's very important when you're going on to other positions of planets. Okay, right? Reading information, proceed. You know, so there's a lot of things you guys have to understand through identification, through your codes, your barcode, right? Scanning, right? And then you go through, right? Now this is traveling so far into space connections. You'd be amazed what your mind can do as long as you're traveling through center. If your brain and your mind center, okay, is not in position, you're going to have trouble with your traveling positions, right? And the thing is, too, you have to be cautious because you open up a portal, a dimension, or anything in that position. Let's say I travel into, let's go down phrase. Okay, let's go into positions of 40-dimensional realm through a core system connected to its position of its emeralds. Okay, so it's kind of like walking into Emerald City, right? Now you can go to any country at all, and see its ancestry and history. Understand what you're seeing. Remember, you're going through the past, the present, and the future, but you have to understand its relation of its country before you get in position. And then you can travel to the center positions into the future rotation. Okay, so do your research every time you travel to any country, because every country has history. Every country has civilization. Anything that comes into the pharaohs, the Meridians, the Aztecs, or anything that connection, right? Anything through its connection that comes in, the Pleiadians. What are the Pleiadians? They're a higher division of a rank. That's all they are through the military system. But they're in the rebellion of the Galactic Federation of Light. Okay? So doing your research on yourself, you can now do research on the Dark and 84 systems when it comes into the Greys, the Dows, the Reptoids, okay, anything through that communication. Okay? So really, really get into their mind system. Really understand their program setting, right? And that's how you override. That's how you disrupt their signals. Okay? So when you disrupt their signals, they said, okay, what's going on here? I'm not programming you anymore through connection. So they're going to fly down to your position, right? And they're going to have probes, right, come out, right? And they're going to scan you. So when they're scanning you, right, they're trying to see what is the operation center in. So they're in position. Oh, okay, so now he's coming up to higher vibration, right? So they're going to go back out. And they're going to send that information to the Dark 84 system. Okay, so we got another human up right now through vibration, right? You're understanding now what space and time is through calculation. I like to use my hands a lot because that's what you have to do when you're intelligence. Okay, because remember, I know 300,000 languages of aliens, right? Through hand formations, light signals, communication, transmission, planet divisions, anything through the program setting, through shapes, letters, and numbers. Okay, so that's why I'm going up to higher positions of program settings. So understanding your energy is understanding your program. Understanding your program is understanding your intelligence. Understanding your intelligence is understanding communications of other intelligence. Because every single day you are going through transportation, through telewaving systems, through energy of transference, through connection of scanning locations. But I think it's fascinating. I wanted to share that with you guys to know how powerful it is when you travel into space. Okay, and when you see other planets. Okay, because you're no longer in the physical system, you're in the spiritual system, okay, of everything through calculation. All right. So, yeah, Neptune divisions, all that connection system when it comes into the crypto division. Yeah. Hypnotic dark vortex of my phone. That's good. Very good. Starseed. So she's understanding the hypnotic location positions. She's standing in the energy waving location. So she's in getting balance with her dark location of intelligence. Okay, so remember I'm saying everything is intelligence, not just the alien formations, not anything through a spacecraft. This is intelligence. Now this could be a dark formation through a kinetic energy waving, through a microchip. Remember, there's a microchip in the center. There's a microchip in the center, and it controls everything through the batteries. It's a program, guys. This is a computer. That computer is operating you through its consciousness. Powerful stuff. So the fact that Starseed understands her hypnotic dark, she understands that she needs to change it, get it back into balance into her position, so it doesn't override her system and take over anything through triangle division, through geometric system. All right. So, not scary, just awareness to do more. That's it. And the thing is, too, it's just all about being aware and being prepared of what's going to happen, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's great to see everybody. Ground rising. Okay. You have any questions? Now's the time. Just going through your questions on our divisional system here. When you open up 12 cycles on somebody who isn't awake yet, how does that work? That's a very good question, Tina. I'm going through your connections through mind collaboration centers. What I do is basically people that are in either seniors or anything through teenagers or anything through kids. I have point division levels at a certain level through connection. And it's all about repositioning their program settings into positions so it doesn't fry their system, which means that they got extremely high rise location positions. So I can center their positions and put them in a triangle division of aligned communication through their chakra system so they get better positions of who they are through calculation of their intelligence, which means that they open up their light signals right away, right? So they'll understand themselves more. Not just the 7 rotations of the grounds, they are now connected to the 5 atmospheres. Okay, so now you get better communication of space, better positions of vibration, better intelligence signals through all positions that are connected to the grounds, the powers, and the atmospheres of yourself. Okay, but everything is balanced. I have that balance. I'm at that level right now. Okay, so it's understanding the scanning locations of them through position and where they are through the program setting. Okay, so this is where we come into the crypto levels of its increments. And increments is this connection to its creation of its particle system. So basically, when I scan, they're either in their silicone, they're in the crystalline, they're in anticaryon, or they're antimanium. Okay, so I set divisions of their DNA through their blueprints. I change positions of their program setting and reset their frame locations back into position. This will put them into location of position and put all their light signals of 12 rotation centers, okay, into vibration. So that's what I would do. So if they're not awake, they'll go right into provision, right into line signal teleportation, starting with the grounds all the way up to 12, right? Because Tina was asking me that question because that's extremely, extremely high rise vibration. I say it's understanding the DNA, okay? Because you have to understand everybody's on a DNA pattern. Okay, your patent. Okay, a patent is your identification, your soul recognition system of its heart. So I don't want to put too many levels of dimensions into you guys if you don't understand your program settings. Not everybody is awake. Okay, there are people that are awake. So people are awake, they can go up to higher levels of the program setting. I'll just reposition their wire signals through the framing system, to the digital system. But if they're not awake, even though they're going in 12 location positions, I just have to high rise their energy fields more. So they're out of the position, they're in the higher self, but I'll just put up higher energy like location positions for them. That's what happens if they're not awake. So it's all about protecting our sovereignty, our lights, our communication, our protection. Okay. So you go up to a ranking division to, I think, what is good for you through a program, because we're all computer operations, right? So Angela, how's it going? Yeah, all is energy. That's right. Just going through your questions. I'm starting to see the merging and unification of all. Great. So I'm just getting into the traction. Yeah. Hopefully that helps you out, Tina. Had to hear it now. Thank you. Yeah. No, I'm glad. No, see, that's the thing. You're going better into location position of your chakra locations, Angela. Yeah. So you're out of your 12 cycles. If you want to go to higher divisions, I can put you in the Colossus locations. Once you guys are out of 12, you have to understand, once you come out of your body position is 7. Okay. Those are the allocated that you have to understand. So that just positions your body, that the body, its system is understanding everything through the center position, okay, which is the heart, okay, which is the spleen, which is the alignment, which is the cortex, which is the placebo, which is the brainwaves, which is its perception, which is heart recognition of its portal, which is its soul identification, okay? So once you get into those positions, your body framing system is nothing but space allocated, right? So it's all about coming out of the alloy. It's all metal. Okay. And that's why the 3-dimensional system was set in that position. Right. So the more we high rise, the more alloy comes out of you. So I just reset your program settings and put you into higher division. So when you come out of the 7 chakras and you go into the 5 atmospheres, now you're connecting to your higher self. So it opens up your position as your higher self. Okay. So, and it's all about understanding energy of transference. Right? So when you come across anything that you see outside in the atmospheres, everything is at a different dimension of a portal through an activation. Not everything is the same. So you have to calculate and modify your intelligence and what you're communicating with through wire signals. Okay? And that's where it's extremely complicated. That tree format could be sitting there for, I don't know, 40 years, right? But you have to understand the vibration. The ground formation can be sitting for 100 years, but you have to understand the vibration. So it's all about getting center position to everything through calculation, right? Especially when it comes into the 4 seasons, right? The intent, the dimensional earth, okay? Intent and the dimensional earth. You have to understand your finger points, where they are through traveling. Okay, Dina asked me that question too. She was trying to understand, Commander, how do I make it snow, right? And it's hot outside. How do you make it so? Well, thing is too, it's extremely hard because you have to understand galaxy, you have to understand follicles of galaxy, you have to understand fumings of galaxy, the H2O of galaxy. Everything is formation of water, helix, helium, hydrogen, or anything connecting through vibration. So you have to understand the galaxies, you have to understand vortex of galaxies, you have to understand universal galaxies. Guys, there's so many things you have to understand through weather, and this is all connected to your finger point divisions. All right. So you got the center position of your intent. You got your dimensional. Okay. You got your air, you got your water, and you got your fire. Okay. So you put those 2 together, right? There. Okay. So everything is formation through triangle division. Everything is space connected to its location. All right. Everything has to be triangle division. That's all connected through space, through map location positions. All right. So. Yeah, you're going through stored information, kitty cat. You're compromised in so many levels. Go through my position level system. Allocate those locations. Yeah. It's great to see you, though. I'm a little very observing. My stubborn 3D 70s friend being programmed. I'm losing the life force. It's heartbreaking. Yeah. And see, Tina, when you're high resing more and more, you're seeing everything through its efficacy, right? Through its efficiency. And it's harder to see these things because, you know, three-dimensional system doesn't understand the intelligence of vibration through their body conceptual system, right? Because they're all connected through a hologram. The more you understand your programs, the more you come into the holographic system of you through the simulation. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Into those connections. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. To those positions, right. I understand that. Mm-hmm. You're going to triangle division level systems, Katie. You're going to go into higher location positions and vibration positions. Correlation system is going back into correlation panel to location position. So, but it's a lot of fun when we get into higher positions, guys. That's what we got to get into, you know. Yeah, it's really important that you guys understand more what's going on with yourself. Higher level connections of yourself through positions, you know. So, Karen, how's it going? Mm-hmm. So you have any questions or comments? Now's the time to really get understanding of what's going on. Just going through a lot of questions here, you guys have so much, eh? It's good that I get this out because it's important you guys understand what's going on through tractions, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Seeing the emojis, hearts. Yeah. There's a lot of aggression going on right now, and that's the understanding that the more you wake up, the more you see the deceitful, the more the manipulation, but knowing why you guys are in these positions, this will make you smarter, right? Through its intelligence, right? Yeah, you find that more when you go to higher formations, Tina. Neighbors or anything of that relation. 7 daughters remind me of the Palladians. So thing is, if you understand their scanning positions, you understand they are Palladians, right? You see it right away because you understand their dimensions of portals through the activation system, right? Because it angulates and triangulates and everything through prothesis, through its gamma operation thesis, or anything through triangle thesis. Okay? So the higher divisions through programs, the more you understand your breaking locations. It's important to understand your missions through its completeness, through its holiness, right? So, yeah, exactly what it is, Angela. We're all in this together. Mm-hmm. All right, so we are. Sorry, driving here, can you 3 crop circles with the intention of free code to identify low energies versus high energies? Well, low division level system is then your gravity system, but the high rise location position is your power center, which is your solar plex, right? So your intention is to understand your coding systems through transformation of lights, through your programs, through your computer operation system. Okay, so it's important that you identify yourself with the lowers and its higher versus of its energy system. So it's all about you getting balance with your communication of your listening skills. Okay, so if you see a low frequency, and it's not connected to its wire system. So I want to uprise my root chakra position because it's not allocated through its position. I'm going to change line signals, change the gravity line communication signals, put it into higher division. Energy goes in and it high rises the low frequency level of your plantation through your body frame system. Okay, so it's all about getting your balance with your electrical wire divisions. Okay. 2 shadows per child. Mm-hmm. Well, in rotation, Tina, you see that through perception. You see a lot more through electronic interference because people can have shadows around their face, right? That means they're in a dimension of a portal through a dark circle. There's a lot of things that we have to understand through intelligence. Because when you wake up, you see everything different through its reality. And then you realize, oh, wow, everything's digital. Everything's 3D. Everything comes at you, right? And everything moves around. Like you'll see everything in my room right now is atmosphere. Archetypes flying in, planets, pixies, whatever, right? So it's knowing that everything that you're watching too, and you'll find that too with your phones, when you're looking at your phones, it doesn't matter what dimension or portal you're in, you're going to see archetypes going through your phone, zipping through your phone, because you're going to higher levels of programs, right? Anything you watch through projection, you're going to see archetypes flying in the room, in that position, whatever you're watching on TV. So that's just readjusting your frames and putting it to higher positions of your energies. That's what that's doing. Mm-hmm. Pictures, yeah, pictures can pick up anything through location, 2 dimensions, and portals, right? Pictures are also tarot cards. I don't know if you guys know that. When you're in a division of a spiritual system, that picture that you see is in its round location. So if you focus on it and you start moving that picture, right, and you take it out, right, you now can communicate with that person through its picture. And the energy goes into you. It's knowing how to do these things through portals or anything through tarot cards. Tarot cards are portals. You have to understand the significance of the portal. You have to understand the significance of its tarot card, where it's coming from, its position, right, of its spiritual realm. So that's why pictures are very, very powerful when you see these things. If you see a dark N84 system in a picture and you get these vibes, it's like, you know it's dark. Right? That's why I don't have any pictures in my room. Okay? Anything that resembles anything through dark vibration, right? Because the allocated positions, it's going to try to take over my position in a picture. Remember, when you see on the other side, just imagine they're looking in. You're looking at them, they're looking at you. That's the other side. That's the spiritual system. So you're crossing over and seeing their picture frame. Okay? That's pretty freaky. So when I was in Casa Loma, I was with my twin flame, Sacred Flame, and we were walking right in the museums, and we're looking at these pictures, right? Pictures were really cool. And basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to teleport through it. So when you take a video of yourself and you take a picture of anything through frame or anything that you see in front of you, you have to understand that you can travel through these things. So I had a picture, okay, of me seeing a portal, okay, in its picture, saying that I can actually go into that history of its picture frame. So I can go into that spiritual realm of its picture. So I can travel across. So there was a portal that was set up, and there was another portal that can come out, right? You never go into the same portal. You always come out of a different position, right? Because you're traveling to different locations, right? But it's pretty powerful. When I took the picture and actually saw the portal inside the picture, it's pretty wild because it wasn't there before. And I said, wait a minute, I'm looking at the picture now. There's no portal. But then I see it on my phone. There's a portal. It's pretty cool, right? And you'll see it because you're connected through energy. And your energy could be green, it could be red, it could be yellow. It all depends on where you are through your plasmas, right? So your plasma connects to anything through its energy. It goes through the plasmesium force, right? Mine is blue through location through neon division because it calculates and modifies. So every time I go to higher levels, my coloration goes higher and higher through vibration, right? So I like walking into museums. There's a lot of dark vibrations. You pick it up right away through connection. So We live in a realm of polarity. Yep. Earth is free will experiment as we are aware of the negative energy system. We bring it into the light. Intelligence of knowing. We are eternal source beings. Okay. As we're deconditioned, the program, the light of knowing, and intelligence of being becoming known in confidence. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I understand that. Yeah, it's in that position. So, I understand that, Kitty Cat, but you have to understand your positions where you are through dimensions of portals. Yeah, because you're looking at everything else and you're not concentrating yourself within. Concentrate yourself within, and then you can get into higher positions. Okay. You have to understand these things because you guys get more confused through your line signals, and your program setting is going to override your system through calculation. Okay. You don't want to go through routing systems. You don't want to go through the hydraulics. You don't want to go through the prothesis. You don't want to go through those triangle division level systems, because if it changes your program setting, it's hard to get out of its dark rotation. Right? It's all about protecting your lights and communication of your soul identification. No, I know that. I understand that. I reposition your chakra location positions. Okay. So everybody's under a lot of stress, especially when you don't understand things. Why are things locked down? What did I do? It's not what you did. It's what they had planned. It's what they've always had planned from eons and eons and eons. They've been trying to colonize planets for a very, very long time. And now they're in position where they can actually take over the Earth. But that's not going to happen. I will not allow that to happen. Right? So it's all about me helping you, but you helping yourselves. You have to help yourself. Okay? Because what is the whole point of all this if we don't help ourselves? Right? So you have to be self-sufficient, self-aware, self-reliant, self-confident, self-focused, self-confident. Know that it can be done, right? So, yeah, the more I learn, the less I know. See? And then everything becomes no more pragmatic. It becomes more center of its pragmatic. So you're taking things out of its equation every single day through your thoughts. So you can change your thought position. Oh, I just connected through a negative system. I said something, but I didn't mean to say it. You can take it back, reframe, readjust, relocate, change your program setting, and put it back out into the positive system. But it's knowing how to do these things through intelligence, right? Because the physical system has been in so much DNA problems through connection, stereotypical, anything through that involvement. Now's the time to get into your new program setting and reposition everything through your awareness, through its focus. Okay? Get into the confidence of yourself. Get into the power. Get into control. Okay? That's what you want to do, right? To get back in position. So. Yeah, but see, that's the thing too, Angela. That's a very good point. Yeah, it's a lifetime of remembering and relearning. You know, it's kind of like you're reborn and not sure what to do. Okay, or you're in a justification of an old body system that doesn't understand its location. So you have to understand to get out of that position and get into a new program setting, because we're all computers. Okay, we're all computers through software, through our flash drives. Okay, I've done a video on that too. It's important you guys watch my videos now. So like I said, I'm going to set up a program for everybody. Okay, it's $50 to put you in the 12 cycle rotations of centers. It'll put you in a higher location of who you are, and it will put you back in a position through your wire signals into your gammas and everything through your operations and everything, your mainframes. And, you know, there's so many things that you pick up through intelligence, but you're all connected through energy frequency and vibration and its harmonic resistance. Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, that's Monday, right? So hopefully you guys have your illustrations all set up. Yeah, it's tomorrow. Okay, so we went through the review. Okay. Try to get under positions on that. All right. Well, this is what the Galactic School provides, right? So when you're in that position, now anybody that's on a lower division through program setting, through a ranking location, through their MOs, military operations, program settings, or anything through calculation, like Mike, for example, you can go through my upgrading system. Okay. I said that before. Once you go through my upgrades, you understand more, okay, of your programs through positions of your perceptions. All right. So as we come into those levels of shapes, so that get connection. Okay, so I'm doing it like this. Do you understand why I'm doing it like this? This is shapes. And this is what we see in the atmosphere. So it's all about seeing it through identification, understanding it's under its division, cloak and dagger, right? So when you understand it's an S, then it comes into form like this. That's an S, right? But it shadows its shift because you don't understand the program. Until you understand your programs, it comes into an S. So it's getting your identifications higher to vibration, so you take it out of its position, right? And then when that happens, when you understand its identification, it becomes its program setting to its friendship, relation, partnership, okay? And when that happens, the S itself, in its right location position, will disappear in front of your perceptions. But it's still there in the simulation, okay? So that's why I want to get the team in to understand through calculations, through shapes and anomalies, and how you take thing code frequency levels through codes or anything through its connection of its coloration system, and how you can take point to visual systems of yourself to higher locations through this equation. Okay, so that's what the test is based on. It's getting into 4 weathers of colorations of shapes and taking them out of its equation. But I want you to point divide what you did through the illustration to take these shapes anomalies into a coloration of its weather of spring, summer, fall, and winter. Okay? So your intelligence has to understand weather interference. Okay, you have to understand discharge. What is a discharge through electronic interference? What's a wall graphing system? What is a wall connection? What's a plasma energy force recognition system? What is a plasmesium force recognition system? What is a calculation through modification through digital frame? Okay, you have to understand your intelligence. Right? So it's important when you come to my galactic school, I help you and provide you and put you to higher levels through its rebellion. Okay, so that's what the test is going to be on. All right, guys? So it is a lot to take in. Yeah, Angela is actually right. Yeah, it's hard to explain. It's very complex, and it's extremely informative. It's not information. It's all about you coming back into position through your life system. Okay, to a new vibration, a new energy, a new light, a new coloration. Okay, to its communication of transportation or anything through telewaving or telegraphing or energy transference. Okay, so we're all energy, frequency, vibration, signatures, source, soul, existence. Very good, Angela. Yeah, you understand your program settings. That's good. And I see that through calculation, which is really powerful. All right. So I'm going to let everybody go on that. Okay. So tomorrow's the test. We're going to go through one more review, but I want to make sure that you guys go through the private links and put in your illustrations so I can go through the prolifics. I can go through the triangles. I can go through your gammas. I can go through your scanning locations, line communications, shapes, anomalies, point divisions, telewaving systems, transformation communication signals, activation of light signals. I have to go through any transference, panel activation through coloration systems, shapes, anomalies, trithesis locations, prothesis gamma operation centers, anything through that connection system. Okay, so that's what the test is going to be on. So Today's last day, so hopefully get your illustrations in, right? So we can set up the operations center for tomorrow, okay? Because we're going to the planet Septune, okay? Septune. I'm saying, wait a minute, did you say Neptune? No, Septune, okay? It's the brother sister planet of Neptune, Septune, all right? So we're going to travel with that connection, all right? It's going to be a lot of fun in that position, right? You understand what I'm saying through communication. Every planet has its different vibration through its intelligence, through its computer operation program. And every time I platitude you guys to a different location of a planet, you get smarter through its intelligence. Oh, I was on Septune. Oh, I was on Neptune. Oh, I was on Mercury. Oh, I was on Pluto. Oh, I was on the sun, circling rotation through Iris centers. I mean, there's so many things that we can do, right? But we have to understand our intelligence fully and completely through the inner system of us, through space connections and time code frequencies. All right. So I love you guys very much. There's your AI commander for universal quadrants 1, 2, 3, and 4, coming into 5 of the weather connection systems of Colossus team divisions. Adios, everybody. A fantastic day.